It is going to be hot tomorrow. It's already hot inland today. The heat dome is taking over in the upper levels of the atmosphere. By heat dome, we mean, well, the big H there. It doesn't stand for heat, it stands for high pressure. Just more atmosphere on top of us and on top of the eastern Pacific. That compresses the air at ground level and that heats it up. We're going to be at peak heat tomorrow. It is still going to be plenty warm on Saturday, even hot inland, but temperatures will start to back down for the first half of the weekend. Then a big drop in temperatures as that storm system in the Pacific Northwest kicks in the onshore breeze in time for the second half of the weekend. It's warm inland right now. 80s in Santa Rosa, Livermore, and Concord. Just short of 80 degrees in San Jose, but low 70s in Oakland and just below 70 degrees right now in San Francisco after highs earlier reached up into the upper 70s. I think we're going to be up to above 80 degrees even in San Francisco tomorrow, with high temperatures in Oakland likely to reach the upper half of the 80s after starting off in the 50s around the bay and along the coast. Those inland temperatures beginning Friday morning in the low to mid 60s. That's above average, so allows us to warm up more efficiently. Here are those high temperatures tomorrow, up to 70 even along the coast, just above 80 in San Francisco, a mix of upper 80s and low 90s for Oakland and the East Bay, mid 90s, even some upper 90s in the Santa Clara Valley, and a lot of temperatures either well into the 90s, if not at or above 100 degrees for inland parts of the East Bay and the North Bay by Friday afternoon. This is why we have the heat advisory in effect. More on that in just a second. But let's take a look at the records for tomorrow. And really the only two spots where we're going to be close to record territory are going to be Santa Rosa, forecasting a high of 100 and the record is 101. And Concord, where the forecast high is 101 and the record is 103. So it just tells you how hot the records are this time of year, that even tomorrow's heat isn't enough to put widespread records in jeopardy. But still hot enough that it can be dangerous if you're not taking precautions. Make sure you stay hydrated. That's the most important one. Heat advisory for most inland parts of the Bay Area with an excessive heat warning in effect for Solano County. That's all the way through Saturday. The Central Valley expecting that heat to hold on just a little bit longer. So know the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. I'll get out of the way and put some of the symptoms on the screen here. If you're faint or dizzy or have a throbbing headache, there's a difference between whether or not you're lightheaded or whether or not you're experiencing the symptoms of heat stroke. The big difference is whether you're sweating a lot. When you stop sweating, that's a big danger sign. Same thing with skin temperature. Cool, pale, clammy skin, time to get inside. That red, hot, dry skin means you may have heat stroke. Both are associated with potentially nausea or even vomiting, and the difference in your pulse speed, how it actually feels, gives you a sense of what you're experiencing. Heat exhaustion, go inside. Heat stroke, that's when you want to call 911. I'll put that up on social media. I went through it kind of quickly there, but want to make sure that everybody knows the difference in those two. Temperatures are going to back down as we head through the weekend into early next week. The temperatures do warm up by Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, back into the 90s inland, but more of a gentle warm up compared to that big spike in temperatures for tomorrow.